Greetings, wonderful people, and here I am again. So what is it that I wanted to talk about? This past week we've had E3, such a huge thing, and I kind of felt bad because I don't really talk too much about video games on this channel, which is what this channel was mainly supposed to be about. Recently I've just been doing comic book reviews, which, by recently I mean like 2 months ago because I stopped making videos altogether, which is personal reasons. Anyway, so what do I feel about E3? What did I get out of it? How was it to me as a person? I have to say, this is the best E3 I've seen in quite some time. Like, this was, in my opinion, better than the reveal for the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4, which was a pretty big fucking year, because that was the same year that we happened to get the showing of Kingdom Hearts 3 and Final Fantasy 15. So, what do I feel about this one? It was amazing. It was definitely a lot better than last year, which, to be honest, was kind of shite. So what happened? Nintendo did something pretty smart. Now, they didn't show at E3, which is true. They did present games and things, you know, they're not dumb. But they didn't really have a stage present at E3. Instead, they continue with their direct thing. Their broadcast over live streaming and stuff like that. So what they did is kind of weird. So they did one earlier in the month, showing off some games, and that was all in Japanese. Then they showed one again closer to E3 in English, but only like 19 minutes. It was like half or a fourth the size of a regular direct. And then we start off this whole Nintendo Direct with them saying, listen, we want to be able to give you guys one just strictly on Smash Brothers. Focus on Smash Brothers, so that way our second direct can be on everything else. And that was a great idea because there was so much that they were throwing into the Smash Brothers direct. And I felt like that was amazing that they did that. Especially since the reveals, I mean, we have two characters that technically aren't really new characters. I mean, we have Lucas and Roy. Hopefully I got his name right. It's either Martha or Roy, I always get confused. We haven't seen him since Melee. And it's like, you know, whoa, cool, these characters, but they're characters that we've already seen before. Then they brought in something amazing. I never thought they would do something like this. They've been leaking and teasing that this is coming out. People have been going around, going through the source code and finding clues to this character inside the game. And everyone's like, no, there's no fucking way. There's no fucking Ryu is in Smash. Fucking Ryu, a Street Fighter character, like the legend of fighting characters, is in this game. I could not see it coming. Could not. I thought it was a hoax. I thought, no, it happened. I was amazed. It's bam. And that's how you start off E3. You start off learning that's what's happening. Bravo, Nintendo. Then we went into Bethesda, which Bethesda, in my opinion, had the best, not really as show-worthy, but when it came to what quality items they had, pretty much every game they showed, I was like, I want that, I want that, you know, I want some of that. The big highlights, of course, were Doom, which is Doom 4, which looks amazing. Like, it looks amazing. I'm a huge fan of Doom. Doom 1, Doom 2, Doom 64, like, love the game. And, I have all the games on Steam too, and like I'm recently collecting all the games even more and more and further, trying to get them all for like Xbox 360, just everything. I love Doom. But playing Doom 3, me and my dad especially, we didn't really feel like it was a Doom game. Like, it was funny sitting there and playing Doom 3 and Quake 4, I believe, at the same time and going, did these guys like mix? Because Quake felt a lot more like a Doom game and Doom felt a lot more like Fear, to be honest, but kind of like it could have been a Quake game in a way. I don't know. It wasn't really that good, and that's my opinion on it. It's a lot of people's opinion, but I didn't really like Doom 3. My father didn't like Doom 3. They were good games, but for a Doom game, they didn't really hit the mark. But that's all done. That's all gone. Doom. Doom looks fucking amazing. It's got this quirkiness to it where it's not like the game's funny. The game is not funny. It's strict. It just goes in there, you just blow shit up, done. But how they do it, how you execute like killing moves and killing blows and finishing smashes is fucking awesome. Like, my dad, he's still an old school gamer, so he's like, oh, this blood and violence is gratuitous. Yeah, it is. But that's the whole point of Doom. Doom was one of those two big crucial games that brought in violence into video games. I mean, we're not talking about GTA or all the original, no. We're talking about Mortal Kombat and fucking Doom, okay? These two are the games that pretty much went, listen, bam, here you go. You can do this. And parents flipping their shit because of it. So you have to bring it. I mean, look at Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat is disgusting, okay? Now, I'm not saying it's bad. It's fucking great. But it's disgusting, the things you can do. So Doom has to kind of like go, okay, well, if they can do that, let's see what we can do. Bam, they do it beautifully. It's just, so great. Then we go into, of course, Fallout 4. Now, we were shown Fallout 4 a couple of days before E3, which, honestly, I think that wasn't a good idea. I mean, people were leaking it, people were teasing it, and I know it kind of ruins the surprise, but why would you sit there and if someone goes, it's toaster, go, oh, well, they already know about it, might as well open up for everybody. No, it's be like, could be a toaster, could be a waffle maker. You don't know what this is. And then reveal it. In fact, if I were any kind of director in any of this, I would have sat there and went, no, there's no way. There's no, like, the entire show, I would have just been like, there's no way. There's no way. I would have waited until that was the last presentation and went, what's that? Oh, we're doing it? Ladies and gentlemen, Fallout 4. That's the way you do something like that. Instead, they're just like, oh, yeah, well, I mean, everybody knows about it, so might as well. Don't do that. Like, I really hate when people do that. I hate leakers, like people who post like, oh, we gotta be the first. No, just fucking, it's a day away, just wait. Like, fucking wait. I hate spoilers, I'm sorry. But Bethesda, damn, that was good. Then the next day comes up, and what do we get? We get the Xbox and Sony conference. And I think EA was in there too, but I didn't give a shit about them. But Xbox, Sony. Now, this is how I feel about it. I'm buying an Xbox. I'm buying an Xbox One. It's gonna happen. I'm getting an Xbox One. But I do have to give credit where credit's due. Sony really tickled my balls right there. Like, everything they showed, I was like, fuck! Damn it! Like, if I had already bought an Xbox One, I would have been even more pissed for my decision. But pretty much this just settles. I'm getting an Xbox One first, and then I'm going to get a PlayStation 4. Like, that's really what it states. Then here's the reason why. So, everyone's like, oh, Xbox One, Xbox, Microsoft, this sucks, it doesn't really show anything. No, it showed not really what they're going to do, but what they're doing now and what is going to happen. That's pretty much what they showed. They stated, like, this is happening, this is what's going on, this is this, here you go. And with that, we had backwards compatibility with 360 games, which is fucking amazing. Like, a lot of people are, why? You already have an Xbox. I know, I have an Xbox. That's great. But I can keep my Xbox in my room and then have the Xbox One as part of the home entertainment console system outside with everything else. And it counts as a Blu-ray player, and it does all this other shit too. Like, it is now an Xbox One, the actual reason for the fucking name of the console. Everything all in one. And that's genius. That's awesome. I really like that. But a lot of things, you know, they're tapping into VR by using the Oculus Rift, which is genius. Getting Microsoft 10, which stupid name, but, you know, interesting, cool. Like, these are things where they're happening now. Like, they're going to happen within 6 months. Like, it's shit. That's, here it is. The games that they showed, I mean, we're getting HD remakes of games like Gears of War. We are getting a Gears of War 4. Like, these are all things that we knew were going to happen, but still it's like, yes, like, this is solid, going to get it. The difference between that and Sony is that Sony didn't show anything about their consoles. Anything. No Vita shit, no TV shit, and not a damn thing about the PlayStation 4. To be honest, they're like, oh, yeah, we're getting an update. That's it. Like, nothing. They really focused on, these are the games that are going to come out someday. Now, I'm sorry, if I was to sit there, look at those two conferences, go out and buy a PlayStation 4, I'd still have to wait 2 fucking years to get any of the games that they posted. You think I'm lying? No, look at it. Let's see how long it's going to take before any of them come out. Now, I'm not lying. I'm not trying to say anything bad against it. Like, I'm not a big Final Fantasy VII fan, but that fucking remake looks amazing. Shenmue, but still, I think I'm going to get it. Last Guardian, I've been waiting for that game for fucking ever. So that's coming out. But these are 3 games that they showed that are huge, huge games. But we're not getting them now. They're only showing this is what we're going to be focusing on. These are the games that we are going to deliver to you when they're ready. And I'm totally fine with that. But what about now? I get it, and what am I going to play? Fucking Knack? No. I'm going to get the Xbox One. I'm going to get the 1 terabyte version. I'm going to play all the games that are out now for it, which are pretty damn amazing. And then I will get the PlayStation 4. Like, that's what I pretty much stated. That's what's going to happen. I preferably want to get a PlayStation 4 Slim because everybody knows it's going to happen. But, you know, that's... I might get a Vita in between, to be honest. But, you know, whatever. But, again, it's fucking amazing. Fucking amazing. Final Fantasy VII coming out, like... And the best news about that wasn't the fact that they stated, yo, yeah, we actually are going to do a remake of Final Fantasy VII. Like, that was cool. Like, that just... hard. I don't like the game. And I was like, holy fuck, I want to get this. Like, that's exactly what you're supposed to be doing at something like this. Like, wet your palate and everything. My mouth is, like, salivating thinking about it. But he then, after, with the guy who pretty much is running this whole thing, sat there and went, yeah, well, I wanted to do 7, but I also want to do other games too. Like, no one's ever done a remake of 5 and 6, so that's our next project. We're going to do 4 remakes of Final Fantasy games. You're fucking telling me that you're going to go back and do a remake of Final Fantasy 5 and Final Fantasy 6 and a possible 4th game? Holy fuck. Like, that blows 7 out of the water. 6 is an amazing game. 5 is my brother's favorite game. And hopefully they sit there and look at 7 and 9 and go... Or not 7 and 9. They look at 8 and 9 and go, fuck you, 8. 9. Like... An HD remake of Final Fantasy 9, that's what I want. If I could kickstart it right now, I fucking would. $1,000 right there. Shit you not. Amazing. Shenmue 3, I mean, I never played Shenmue. I am interested in getting it, but now since the game has been released as a teaser for whatever's coming up next, it's going to be fucking expensive. Like, look at the pricing for Shenmue 1 right now. It's expensive. And the only way to get a cheap version of Shenmue 2 is to get it on the Xbox, which I was planning on getting it on the Xbox anyway to complete my Xbox collection, but at the same time, it's still like 50 fucking bucks. That's ridiculous. But that's what happens. That's how things work. But I'm glad to see that Shenmue 3 is being made. I just wasn't so happy with the graphics and the voice acting. It definitely felt like it was still a Dreamcast game. But since this is coming out for the PlayStation 4, I want more with it. And I get, they're going to put all the money into development and making it look better, which I hope they do because it doesn't look that great right now. But still, like, that was their teaser to show, hey, yo, we're doing it, but I want more than we're doing it. I want more updates on this is what it's going to look like. Then I'll put my money towards it. Guarantee it. Possibly I'm going to get it for the PC, though, because I don't have a PlayStation 4. But I'll be happy to repurchase the game later. I just want a physical copy of games, and they don't right now have physical copies, so... And I mean, the last day to come up with wasn't really that much at all. The second Nintendo Direct, which everybody was so upset about because of certain things. Like, they were really upset about the fact that there wasn't an Animal Crossing game and there wasn't a Metroid Prime game. Listen, there's no Metroid Prime. Metroid Prime's done, okay? Sitting there and getting angry about there being another Metroid Prime game would be the same thing as getting angry about there's no Metroid games. Okay? Metroid Prime and Metroid are 2 completely different styled games. Think about it. They're completely different. But as soon as GameCube came out, they stopped that formula of Metroid Prime and started, they stopped the formula of regular Metroid games and started doing Metroid Prime style games. But think about it. That's what they do. If they're going to make another Metroid game, it's going to be something different, something new that we haven't seen before. It's just what they're going to do. You can't get upset about that. I mean, you can just not buy it, but you're just going to kill the franchise. But I don't want that to happen. I fucking love Metroid. As much as I want to see a new Metroid Prime game, I also want to see like a HD remake of fucking Metroid Fusion. Okay? We're having all these 2D platformers coming out there are going to be fucking amazing looking. I want to see one of those of an original Metroid game. I would, as much as I love Prime, I would rather have that, to be honest. I mean, just out there, just saying it. Everything else, I mean, there wasn't anything bad. Everyone had their, it was fucking you Chicken Walker and Star Fox. That's awesome. Like, as soon as I saw that, I was like, holy shit, that's from Star Fox 2. Like, that's from the unreleased game. And then he sits there and says, yeah, this is an idea that I had for Star Fox 2, but the game wasn't released. Holy fuck! Like, I was right. No. But it was amazing. To me, it was pretty cool to see that. Like, I'm definitely getting that. Woolly World, we saw nothing really new about it. We just saw this chick who kind of inspired the amiibos, which all it makes me want is the fucking amiibos more. Like, stop. I want it. I said I wanted it day one. Stop making me want it more. Like, that's it. We don't get anything on the new Legend of Zelda game, which, yeah, people were upset about that. Instead, we got this new Triforce, which is 4 swords with 3 people kind of game, which seems like fun. Triforce was really, 4 swords was really fucking, short. Really short. And I remember getting it for the 3DS when they had this big event where you can get it for free. And I remember me and my friends all together. We played it. It's me, my brother, my friend Nick. 3 people. Played the game in 10 minutes, I think. And we're like, that was fun. Like, it was fun when it lasted, but it was done. Like, they keep showing Xenoblade Chronicles X, which again, I want the game. I want it. It's gonna happen. A lot of people were very happy about the Mario and Luigi cross fucking Paper Mario game. Honestly, I'm the only person who's upset about that. I don't like the Mario and Luigi games. I don't. I don't like the style that they have. I don't like the games. I don't like them. I'm sorry. But I love Paper Mario. I fucking love Paper Mario. And I hate what they've been doing with Paper Mario as the games progress. I mean, Thousand Year Door was breathtakingly amazing. It was what really got me into actual story game design as opposed to just, actual game design, because of the things they let you do in that game. And then every game after that's been like, I don't get it. But this new iteration coming out it looks interesting, it looks cool, but at the same time, it's not for me. It's not. Am I gonna get it? Maybe. Well, it's cheap, but whatever, But again, like, I hate to make it sound like I just praise this thing as this huge thing and end it off on a low note, but like this whole conference has been fucking amazing. Everything that came out of E3 was amazing. Sony's presentation, like, here's an example of something that was great. Sony sat there and they talked about this new Final Fantasy game, and they had like the Final Fantasy, and I was like, oh my god, they're gonna show it, they're gonna show something. And it was this new Final Fantasy Worlds, which is like a chibi version of Final Fantasy Dissidia, but not. It's actually an RPG, and it's going to link a bunch of shit together. And watching that, I was like, what? Like, what? Last thing you showed at Kingdom Hearts 3 was 2 years ago when you announced this fucking console, and you're not going to show anything else? Like, what? And that ended, and I was like, you know what? No, just turn it off. I'm done. And then they showed it. Oh my god. Kingdom Hearts 3. Fucking amazing. I am so excited for this game. You have no idea. I actually am pre-ordering it. It's the day I'm getting the collector's box Super Edition with the console if I can. Like, this is the game where I will be putting down all of my money towards. If this was a Kickstarter game, $1,000 easily. Like, I'm fucking dead ass serious. This is what I want. I've been asking for this game for so fucking long. Since I don't really talk about this, and I probably will talk about this later for a different video. But Kingdom Hearts was an amazing game for me. It was like a family game because it was me, my friends, my brothers, and we were close, long time ago, super close friends, and we were practically like all brothers together, and we played the shit out of this game. Fucking loved it. And Kingdom Hearts 2 is coming out. It was the first fucking game that I've ever pre-ordered. The first. I went out there, I did chores, I did everything I could to make enough money to buy this game day one. And I bought the manual too. Because it was like, if you buy it, get the manual for like $15 or some shit. Because there wasn't really any extra pre-order bonuses. That was a pre-order bonus. So I was like, whatever. I didn't even look at the manual until like after I'd already beaten the game. But I sat there and I even ditched school. Like, this is the only time where I'll fully admit that I ditched school to play a video game. Like, for Pokemon, I always just did it at school. This is a game where I just didn't go. I just was like, Mom, I'm not going to school today. And she's like, oh, what, you feeling sick? Yeah, I'm feeling sick. Like, loved this game. It's the only time I've ever had this kind of reaction for a video game before. Was Kingdom Hearts 2. And then seeing the ending where it was like a tease to what the next game's gonna be, and being like, I'm ready. And it never happened. It never fucking happened for so long. Upset. And then they show it. And like, oh. Like I get so emotional when it comes to this game. Like, I'm super excited for it. And I'm not saying it's the best part of E3 was showcasing that. Like, to be honest, Fallout 4 was huge. Kingdom Hearts 3, Fallout 4, Doom 4, and backwards compatibility and the remake of Final Fantasy VII are like the top things that came out of this whole conference. But Kingdom Hearts, I'm so excited. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I'm gonna put the camera away. I'm gonna structure this differently, and I'm gonna do some comic book reviews because I owe you guys this. So that's what's been going on. Thank you for sitting back and hearing me ramble. This is actually my brother's bed, big old red thing. So one of the reasons why I don't record in his room is because of this. But my room's dark as fuck right now, so I'm not recording in there at the moment. Yeah, that's it, guys. So take care.